Good evening, gentlemen.
Carl Foreman's The Guns of Navarone.
Anthony Quinn played all kinds of savages during his career, but in The Guns of Navarone, he's at his most bestial. He plays Andrea, the ultimate mountain man engaged in a fight to the death with the Germans in 1943.
What a performance.
Mountains are a perfect place to defend your freedom. They are a general's worst nightmare, because on that terrain a single man can take on a whole army. In the film, the Nazis are a caricature of all the oppressive empires that have come before them. They couldn't be more different from Andrea. He's in remote valleys, they're in cities. They're organized, he follows his own code. He fights with a knife, they use radar-guided cannons. And that's what the film captures so well. The timeless opposition between the civilized life in the plains and the freedom of the mountains. Alas, a mountain man is more likely to look like Michele of Bandits of Orgozolo, no less romantic but infinitely more fragile than Andrea. Michele is a Sardinian shepherd who becomes a wanted man after he gets mixed up in an affair that involves bandits, the police and half a roasted pig.
Faceva buio ed è caduto in un burrone.
E tu quando l'hai trovato?
Il giorno dopo. Era quasi morto per il freddo e non ho potuto far niente.
But the real drama lurks in the background. Lady Hunger is the main character of this story, because nothing grows well in the mountains. It's too high, too cold, too dry. Mountain men are lean like so many starving wolves.
E quando hanno bevuto le tue, alle mie, che le rimane?
L'acqua non si nega.
Highlanders are always on the brink, only one piece of bad news away from famine. Eventually, the men of the mountains are forced to migrate. They leave behind their land, their freedom, and their hunger to settle in the plain. In the Red Circle, the police superintendent Mattei is one of them.
Mais pourquoi ce nom de Mattei? Des cheveux blonds, des yeux bleus. C'est pas normal pour un Corse.
Corsica is one of the most mountainous regions in France, which means one of the poorest. Instead of killing his neighbor in disputes over chestnut trees, Mattei chooses to move on. He's the proverbial wolf turned guard dog. Selling yourself to fight someone else's battles has always been an attractive option for the mountain dwellers. Some of the most distinguished military units in the world are entirely made up of Highlanders. No coincidence there. When life goes from tough to impossible, the people from the mountains are forced to join the polite society of the plain, until one day oppression leads them back into the mountains.